So any games you see today are also included in that replay pack. So get yourselves that unlocked. There'll also be a Sub King of the Hill coming up within the next month or so. So if you subscribe today, you'll be eligible to play in that as well. What else is going on in the world of subs? Obviously just sub Discord and stuff like that. You support the stream and it helps me to stay as a full-time StarCraft 2 caster, streaming content producer. As does cheering, as does donating, as just hitting that follow button on the stream and seeing where I go live in future, watching the ads and the ad breaks, and all the rest of the stuff that you wonderful people do to keep me streaming. I'm just going to go through the rest of this very quickly as we see this Proxy Racks play opening up here in Game 1 of this TvZ. Obviously, you can also subscribe with Twitch Prime. If you're a Twitch Prime user and you haven't used your subscription yet, your free subscription, give that sub button a little click. It will say potentially subscribe for free with Twitch Prime. And if you subscribe for free, well, I'll do a little dance for you. You can get all the same benefits as subscribing. The only negative is that you do not get to auto-renew your Twitch Prime sub. You have to do it manually every month. But if you've got that Twitch Prime and you haven't used it already, you can help to save StarCraft 2 esports by subbing to WardiTV. Hey! Obviously, if you're feeling generous as well, you can gift a sub. Brand new subs are 20% off right now, as are gifted subs. So if you guys would like to get on that, I think that's available for the next few days until the end of December. So get that while you can. Oh, wow. Look at this. Well, let's introduce these players. I thought this was just going to be a normal proxy, but then I was like, you know, in the middle of my setup moment, I was like, well, why is there only one Rax? And that's why. Well, let's introduce to the top left-hand side our Blue Terran player from Team Liquid. It's uThermal. He's up against the Red Zerg to the lower right-hand side from Prophecy Esports. Give it up if you're cheering on Reynor. Ghost Rush it is here for uThermal. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Is he really going to put it behind the barracks? This could be actually kind of clever, I guess, right? Because if some Lings come out here and fight the Ghost too early, then the Ghost is protected because it's a full wall off. But obviously then he has to lift the barracks to get out. So, guess we'll see how this goes. An Overlord coming up towards the upper left-hand side. Obviously, right now, Reynor has no idea what's going on. He hasn't seen the proxy. He sees no Reaper, which could just mean a Marine, a Reactor expand, something like that. What he's about to see if the Overlord is no expansion. But is it going to be in time? Two Ghosts at the same time will start to one-shot those workers. And so you can just go pop, 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 pop. Each of those pops being one dead worker, basically. As the second Ghost going to finish, and I guess that's when he's going to lift up this barracks, let the Ghosts out. Because it's about the time where Reynor's going to see it's on one base as well, and he'll be able to start reacting to this, basically. Ghost Academy will continue to produce Ghosts here with the barracks. Probably, again, just wants to kind of get the two Ghosts at the same time. Oh, no, wait, there's a Ghost not one-shot a drone? Really? I think it does, but only if they attack at the exact same moment so that they can... wow, because the drones regen, that's crazy. Okay, well, there's the cloak. Two spores coming down here. We're going to be seeing the Ghosts doing their job. Man, look at that. That's insane. They do two-shot, but they really have to attack at the exact right moment because otherwise the drones get that regen. And that one health of regen goes a long way. Wow, those Ghosts nearly going down here. They're going to come over here now. And now they're shooting away at these Zerglings. Spore Crawl and Natural as well. I mean, the thing is for uThermal, you can't do too much more of this. This Ghost is going to try and join up with the other Ghosts. He splits them up, and now he's going to need to cloak this one. But it's in range of the Spore Crawl, so it does go down. And we are just going to be seeing the two Ghosts spread out, but losing their cloak now, and they're going to continue to be picked off. Was this enough from uThermal? Remember, he's only on one base. Building up Hellions behind this, a starport on the way, a Bane Nest from Reynor. Honestly, I don't blame him. It's a big investment from uThermal in the early stages, and something like a counter Bane Burst could clean this up kind of quickly as more Ghosts continue to build. Was that worth? Ask Guilt in the chat. I don't know, actually. I don't think so, honestly. And this is what, 3 Ghosts down, 7 drones killed? I don't think so. Another Ghost pops, but has to use his cloak basically straight away. He can pick his way through a few Ghosts, a few Lings, which isn't really brilliant. I don't think it is worth it. This is such a huge investment from uThermal. As we see the Ghosts get to the other side of this rack, so it will protect the structure, the units here. 875 resources lost to 500. Work account in favor of Reynor now as he drones back up. uThermal still trying to finish his natural. No, I really don't think this was worth it at all. The more you look at this, the more you realize that this is just such a deficit here for our Terran play in these early stages. So the Ghost Rush, unfortunately, has seemingly not worked for now, as we're going to see Lings and Queens gathering up on the natural still. Some Banes on the way. I guess just getting ready for a follow-up based attack, as we actually just see a Hellion drop into the main. Maybe this is how uThermal gets some more damage done. Nice pull away by Reynor, though. I mean, that's 2 drones. He'll go up to 4 drones here if he target fires. Some of these Hellions are definitely not targeted firing to attack in a line. Really spreading out their shots and obviously minimizing the damage they get done when they have splash damage available to them. Queen's pushing forwards. And we're just going to see the CC finally landing onto the natural. Last starts up from Reynor. A lot of Lings across the map. I mean, he could morph in some aggressive Bane lines, honestly. I mean, I guess the Hellion count's getting kind of high, right? He's just reactoring out Hellions as we go. So it's definitely got some potential. As now we're going to see, oh my god. I guess the Ghost could now drop down with this medevac and actually continue to do damage. So I guess there is some potential. If he snipes a Queen and then attacks it with an auto attack, he will get the kill. So that's definitely something we could see here. So many Hellions though to protect from the kind of the Bane burst, which I think is the very obvious thing to have happen here. We should, I definitely think we should see one snipe on the Queen in this scenario. Unless he's going to snipe with the right bottom side Ghost, which wasn't under attack, and so he does get that kill. Drops back down, and Baneling goes down, and up and down, up and down. Queens do start to target. Now the Ghost Academy gets picked off. The barracks will lift up into the sky to do that scouting, which we expect as well. See this barracks continue to move along as again just a scan coming down, some creep tumors pushing up in towards the center of the map once again. 3 Ghosts to the left side still. Queens are gonna get in position to target that medevac once more. And we're gonna see the Ghosts now cloaking up. There's not detection over on this base, and so these Lings are going down very quickly, and Overseer starts to morph. You know what, a snipe on the Queens will do exactly that. They'll get the kills. And that's obviously a huge amount of damage dealt there. Again, all it takes is one snipe and an auto attack to kill a Queen. And so we are just going to be seeing this Ghost sticking around. They're doing more damage. This really is now starting to be worthwhile for uThermal. He really is starting to get some really huge value out of this. And to the point where it's actually putting him into, I'd argue, a lead perhaps. 12 workers down, but he has triple CC ready to go. Just has to deal with this Overlord blocking his third base. He doesn't have a 4 yet though, but he does have armories, so it shouldn't take him too long. Going into mech behind this here is coming up to being about 8 minutes in game. Yes, Reynor has some potential aggressive timings here. You know, maybe just hits with kind of Hydra speed or so and just goes and attacks in and looks to end this like a little bit sooner rather than later. Definitely a possibility. These guys going to continue their way through this Overlord, and so I guess that's actually one way he has anti-air on the map that I didn't think about. Really needs siege tank production then rather than the 4. I mean, the 4s are nice, you can harass with them, whatever, but they're not going to help you when it comes to actually kind of defending against Roaches and Hydras. And here's some Roaches up, and they do have Roach speed, so they can attack very easily. You know, Reynor's not going to be just sat at home like, oh god, I can't do anything with these. And Salvat's being chased away, and Roaches continue to pick up kills. Medevac not going forward to protect them or anything. I mean, the Ghosts, I guess, go in for some snipes, and they will one-shot those Roaches. Kaboom. 3 Roaches die just like that. It's kind of insane how powerful those snipes are, right? Well, it looks as though Reynor is going to get aggressive. Not a lot of drones for him, but so much Ling Bane, Roach, Hydra coming up as we're going to see a Hellion run by towards the main. Going to distract Reynor for a moment or two, but is it long enough? I mean, he's not going to be too distracted. He gets back into moving towards the upper left very quickly here. Already the third base had to be lifted against a group of Zerglings, and I think now we're going to see uThermal's real issue, which is just that the rest of his production was very delayed in this game, as we used to have, I mean, I guess a snipe or 2 will help, but I mean, there's Banes here, there's Lings. I don't think the Hellbats will be able to hold for long enough, as this 4 will have to try and help out too. Tanks aren't even sieging up in this current situation, and it looks as though Reynor will have enough to just push on through this. GG from uThermal. His Ghost Rush does not work out in game number 1. Okay, maybe you have to say that, but let me know what's up, let me know how you guys are doing, and let's kick off into game 2. To the top left-hand side, our blue Terran player from Team Liquid is uThermal, and he is going to send 2 SCVs across the map this time for Proxy Barracks round 2. This time, probably without the Ghost Academy. Bottom right-hand side, our red Zerg player from Prophecy Esports is Reynor. Game 2, this best of 3. Can uThermal tie it up with the proxied barracks? No gas. It does look as though we are just going to be seeing the Marines here. And then maybe a double gas later on to move it in towards a factory or something along those lines. There's a few different ways you can definitely move around this or so. As we go into this, can we get a Wardy go emote? What, that just says go? Do I say go a lot to the point you want to spam the emote? I guess I say let's go. Let's go into game. What else do I say go with? There's someone, last time I asked you guys what my kind of catchphrase is. You guys say I say uh-oh a lot, like that sort of that thing. Oh, Wardy ego? Oh, no, that's not true. A War Diego, yeah, I want that one. A Calazermo. I don't have an ego. I just asked you guys are enjoying the games, because the games are good, the players are good, you know? Oh wow, look at this opening from both players here. The roach roaring coming in down so quickly from Reynor. Well, that will help a lot to kind of turn this around, right? But will it help enough? SCVs, Sonic build bunkers, drones pulling down to fight, a couple of lings as well. No ling speed with this, by the way. Because this is generally go. Oh, he cancels the roach roaring. Really? I'm not sure if I agree with cancelling the roach roaring, if I'm going to be completely honest with you guys. I really don't. Well, this bunker's going to get picked off as well. Did he see this? I guess he just saw the SCVs with this overlord, but he never saw the barracks before this. I mean, obviously he didn't see this interact with the roach roaring, right? Because he cancelled the roach roaring, so... yeah. I'm not sure. Or the captain says Norpheus. Yeah, I kind of feel like the roach roaring is not a bad thing to have against something like this, but obviously maybe Reynor doesn't feel as though it gives him enough in time and doesn't justify the investment so early. I mean, it is 150 minerals, which you can build into a spine crawler, but I mean, obviously, if he had a roach roaring right now, he'd have 4 roaches coming out, and that kind of goes a long way as well. 2 drones going down here as they commit forward, plus the 3rd drone as well. And now this Queen taking quite a few hits. I mean, uThermal's not afraid to give up one of his Marines there to get that kill. And he does lose another Marine too as the Zergling's coming in once again. Just going to try and dodge around to make sure he can get in the bunker. Spam clicking it there because he needs to make sure these Marines get in. Otherwise he would be in some trouble. A couple of lings do get out onto the map though, which obviously causes some issues and concerns for uThermal here. Bunker still set up and a couple of Marines inside it are nibbling their way through that spine crawler. Still Zerglings from Reynor just out the front and I guess having a look as to what they maybe can get up to in the near future. Marines coming forwards again, and with slow lings only. That's the issue, right? There's no ling speed. So even as the massive Zerglings here, they're not going to become amazing over time. And at home, factory, starport on the way up. I mean, again, what Reynor has so far does not really help him continue in this game. A couple more Marines jumping into this bunker. SCV can't repair just yet. There's one Hellion coming across the map. Doesn't really help too much against what he's having to fight against right now. He's going to be forced to hit the spine, but the spine will focus down onto the bunker, which is the right decision. He'll get the kill here, but Queen goes down as well as the second Queen just about able to get away there. I'm just going to be seeing these Marines continue to fight. Another couple of lings going down, and well, the spine crawl will continue to take some hits. More lings coming forwards. We are going to see the Hellion. It is going to get taken down, but it helps a lot in terms of roasting away, and now the spine gets targeted, drones keep dropping, this is starting to turn into a disaster for Reynor. Again, just a lack of ling speed. You know, if he commits into ling speed originally, he has ling speed by now, and you have ling speed by now, you just clean this up so much more easily, so much better, so much more efficiently. A transfusion on a Zergling, that's how desperate Reynor is at the moment. To transfuse a Zergling, not pretty at all. I mean, Reynor will survive for now, but down 3 workers. Okay, uThermal's on 1 base, but he's going into Hellions and Armory coming up. He's going to go into Starport for Tech Lab. Marines are still building as well, remember, and realistically, this Hellion should never die because it's, you know, a Hellion against slow lings. He should just be able to kite forever, and he's going to be able to pick off all of these lings again, and Reynor just can't find a moment to drone yet because he has to keep making lings. This one Queen super low as well. He really wants that kill, of course, uThermal. I mean, 1 less Queen to build up energy. I mean, less energy means 1 less transfusion. You know, transfusions can be pretty important at stages of this game. Ling speed now finishes up, so eventually here, Reynor has the answer to be able to kind of clean up a bit more easily to move around. But, I mean, an Armory about to finish, a Medevac coming over shortly. It's just going to be, well, issues, I think, for Reynor still. As uThermal still only on 1 base, though, and that is important here as Reynor finally gets himself the chance to drone back up once again in this game. It took a little while. You're going to see the Medevac coming over towards the bottom right-hand side of the map. Lings will run up in towards the natural, towards the main, but will not be able to do too much here. Able to nibble away, but as a Hellion pops out, it will just push those Zerglings back. If required, the SCVs can come in to repair anyways. And now here we go, Medivacs and Hellbats. A few Marines as well, going to start pushing up this ramp. I love the Spore Crawler, of course. It means that the Medivac will struggle to come in here and really heal anything up without being picked away at. Already, though, these Queens are dropping super quick. There's no support for these Queens at all. You know, the Zerglings aren't going to really be able to come in and help, and there just isn't the unit numbers. You're going to see now Reynor with a few reinforcements on the top side of the map. Comes back home with these, and this Medivac has to be careful because it's going to take hits again. Just dodges out of the way. But now these units are kind of out of range of the Medivac, and the Medivac boosts back in towards the Spore. I guess it was going to go down in a moment or two anyways. Looks as though uThermal just has too much. He's still pushing on up in towards the main base, and I mean the follow-up little hard push on one base has been enough to follow up from what was so much damage done early. Reynor choosing a build order that he had to kind of move away from, and that didn't help him at all with the kind of defense here and the position he put himself into. He ended up with a very late Ling speed, which hurt him even further. uThermal with good micro crowd doing what he has to do. First Banshee took quite a bit of damage on its way across the map here, but finally arriving, it's going to be able to help pick off at bits and pieces of units. And I mean, this straight up this hatchery taking some damage. Another Queen going down. If so many Queens haven't been killed off, obviously you're in that issue as well as the Zerg player, where you just don't have the anti-air you need to take the Banshee down. And that is perhaps what Reynor realizes now as he types out GG. And uThermal takes game 2 of this best of 3, ties it up 1 apiece. Like you unlock the new heart, so you have like 1 more max health. It's like super important, super crucial, and you're like, yeah, and it's something that sticks with you for the rest of the game. It's like a sub mode slot. You unlock it, you're like, yeah, and it helps you for the rest of the streaming game because it helps you get more modes which people like, and it's there forever. Unless you restart the game, which you don't usually do as you stream. So I guess it's not a great analogy. I was going for something better, but it'll do. It'll do for now. I tried, okay? I tried. I'm really bad at doing these fucking analogy things. I always try, I always fail. Anyways, guys, let's go into our third game. As to the top left-hand side from Team Liquid, our blue Terran player is uThermal. He is going up against the red Zerg to the bottom right-hand side from Prophecy Esports. Give it up if you're cheering on. Dun dun dun. Dun dun dun. Reynor. Ah! Alright. So setting up into this game 3 of the series. Let's see what happens. Always regret not having saved Wardier, no regrets at Home Story Cup of Fancy. Dude, that's totally still a Twitch clip somewhere though, right? I'm pretty sure you could find it. If you really wanted to, it wouldn't be super easy, but it would be possible. I think. It must be somewhere, because it was just a clip, right? Clips don't get deleted, do they? Surely not. It must be somewhere. I tried to find it myself as well at points. Anyways, a fast roach run from Reynor. It's what he tried to do in the last game, but hasn't been able to just yet. This roach run going to finish up, and as it finishes, we're just going to see a couple of roaches going to start coming out here, getting ready to roll. Queen pops out, and we'll just inject into the main base, and well, so far, uThermal not really doing anything in particular which hurts him here. Reaper, I love it. Hidden away in the back. These Lings are waiting, but the Reaper's there, of course, to greet them, and Reaper will be able to come into this nice and easily as the Lings arrive. There's the Reaper! Haha! And he protects the SCV and bounces the Lings over him. And the Ling goes up the ramp to see a couple of Hellings on the way out. But the thing is, the Reaper didn't move across the map yet, so he doesn't necessarily know about this Roach Roaring-based aggression in these early stages out of Reynor. So here we go now. This Reaper down towards the bottom right-hand side, looking to see what might happen. Looking to see just what he might be able to get up to. Just going to see this Roach able to, this Roach just able to push that away, and obviously uThermal gets the information now. Immediately goes towards Cyclone Production. So Cyclone Production coming up, and we do see a couple of Ravagers just going to be coming in towards the towards the front. Going to be a couple of Cyclones. Going to be well, popping soon, which will be again a big part of this defense. I actually love this. The Reaper and 2 Hellion run by, but there's nothing actually on the natural. One single drone is not a lot. Can he get up this ramp? I don't think so. He can grenade his way through though. Oh, what a play by uThermal as he pushes up. The Evolution Chamber does not really come down in time. And that one Reaper grenade could be the saving point of this for uThermal, who's kind of reliant on doing a little bit with these Hellions across the map. Meanwhile, the Ravagers have broken through both depots over here. The Cyclones, 2 of them, are in the back moving through. The Hellions are now shut down. Here we go. The Cyclones start a fight. Dodges the first Corrosive Bow. Well, actually, a Hellion about to pop out here. With a Banshee on the way. uThermal has 4 workers ahead of it right now. And, of course, Reynor does not have a third base either. Now we're just going to be seeing, well, Banshee out, and this will be pushed back. And, okay, Reynor will catch up and maybe take a slight worker lead. But with Mules involved, I think overall this is very nice in general for uThermal. I think he's very happy with the way this has been defended. Okay, I mean, definitely things from Reynor that slowed uThermal down here, but not the end of the world. That Corrosive Bow just not quite close enough, and so the Banshee does not get grabbed by it. And so the Banshee's still full of health coming across the map. You're looking to see just what else it can get up to in the next few moments. See, one Ravager again picked away out here once again. Another Ravager still trying to get home. And it might just make it home. It's onto creep spread, and there is a transfuse as well, so it shouldn't die. But now the Banshee just sits over here, says, Queens, come at me, bruz. You know, if you want to get this third hatch down, you got to come clear me out. A couple of slow lings up the right side. This lair coming through may just be... Well, he actually is droning quite a bit, so I guess probably not for Nidus. Maybe just in towards a Spire follow-up, just maybe be aggressive, maybe just throws down Roach speed. Maybe he could Nidus as well. He just gets more drones first to buff for his economy. I mean, more drones again now? Probably not going to be the case of even more kind of aggression, I suppose. So, looking to macro out of this. There's the third hatch finally getting into position. This Banshee looping around, seeing what it can do. There's a few more Hellions from uThermal. Going to start moving out onto the map through the center at the moment. Aspire it's going to be. And now the Evo Chamber and a couple more Roaches as well. I mean, I imagine the Spire again just a way to maybe catch uThermal off guard, and, you know, especially if uThermal was to play a mech follow-up, then obviously the Spire can maybe be very successful if he just bypassed his fours to go into tanks against what's likely to be a Roach follow-up. Spire scouted by these Hellions, though. I mean, Reynor starts up Roach speed already. We'll see if he just keeps the Spire or cancels it. He will cancel, and so uThermal, well, he knows about it, right? So maybe now Reynor can do that little thing where he goes into a big Roach follow-up, having faked out with a Spire. He can maybe force. Well, again, it's not even mech though, right? It's bio. So the bio units don't really change up, and the factory is going to be going on towards the tech lab anyway. So it doesn't really matter with what I was just saying, because it's bio. I was saying maybe if uThermal went mech, and then as I continued the example, I kind of forgot myself that that was what I was talking about. The fact he's playing bio means that I think the kind of fake doesn't matter. The Banshee sees it's cancelled anyways, comes in, grabs a few kills. This Banshee to the right side got another 1 or 2 as well before being pushed away on super low hit points. Spire actually starts to rebuild again, so I mean, Reynor's really playing the mind games right now, but this kind of greed of building and cancelling and building again, having delayed it, obviously it's all things which really slow him down here, which will kind of suck for him over time, I'm not going to lie. Banshee or uThermal will come back home towards the upper left side once again. And again, Marines, Cyclones gathering up towards the natural expansion. I mean, the moment to move across the map is approaching. Step back's about to finish up here, of course, and so uThermal obviously feeling as though he's got a little bit of a tough push timing. He's going to repair the Banshees, get them back across the map to help out. Let's see if he's pull onto these nice and quick. Quite a few of them as well, but worthwhile. Get them repaired quickly. Get them to join up with this fight sooner rather than later. Or keep them at home to defend, actually might not be a terrible idea. When we're talking about a bunch of Roaches moving over, if they don't do anything because the Banshees defend them and deflect, then obviously the push across the map is likely to do more again. There you go, 2 Banshees greet them. Okay, the Roaches will get in and start to do some damage. The uThermal's going to do some damage as well, obviously, across the map here. More Roaches starting up, but there's right now absolutely nothing in this main base, natural, wherever, to really help out. Marines are slowing the Roaches down. They're really not doing any sort of eco-focused damage. As we see this entire natural expansion already starting to be ransacked. A siege tanky in the back lines helps out a lot with these units. And again, these Roaches going down, and uThermal will then be able to just keep on rallying across. Keep doing more damage to the point where Reynor already recognizes this, types out the GG. Reynor is going to go down 1-2 against